It's about 7:25 a.m. The sun is coming up over the water. It's an absolutely stunning morning here in the North Bay. And because I'm out on my walk, I have to hold my camera at this angle. Otherwise, you weirdos will know where I live. And nobody wants that. But one of the joys of holding the camera at this angle is that it really highlights my extra chin, which I'm super excited about. So, I got that going for me, which is nice. But we are starting day 9 or 10 of the government shutdown. The government is shut down right now, in large part because Democrats are trying to restore the ACA subsidies so that the 20 million Americans' health insurance premiums don't increase by 400 or 500% starting after the new year. But you would think Republicans would be on board with doing that because that's going to kick in like 9 months, 10 months before the midterm elections. And that's going to affect the MAGA chuds as much as it's going to affect anybody. But given that we're like 10 days in to the government shutdown, now we're entering the phase where real everyday people are going to start experiencing consequences and effects. All of the airlines are warning that there are going to be massive numbers of flight delays and flight cancellations because now air traffic controllers are working without pay. And the government shutdown is going to have a huge, very negative impact on TSA, the airport security people who, for some reason, always take great pleasure in rubbing my balls with the back of their hand every time I go through security. I don't know. Remember, it's not gay if it's TSA. But this is going to have a huge negative disruptive impact on air travel starting today. Everyone is saying, all the major airlines are saying, many airlines are saying that the consequences are going to start landing today. And then for some reason, yesterday the IRS furloughed something like 55% of its workforce. Of course, they do that the week after I paid my quarterly taxes, fuckers. 54% of their workforce, their total workforce. It's like 40,000 people that the IRS is going to furlough. That's crazy. Anyway, and all the Republicans keep saying, well, the flight delays at the airports, those are Democrat delays. And it just was another example. It just dawned on me that, Republican voters, this part's for you. Republican politicians think that you are the stupidest people in this country. They're not wrong, but they actively believe that because they think that you will believe that the government shutdown is the fault of the Democrats, even though Republicans control the White House, the House, the Senate, the Supreme Court, all 3 branches of government. Republicans control everything. Democrats have 0 power in Washington. And Mike Johnson is terrified to bring the House back into session to vote on anything that comes from the Senate, because then they're going to have a vote on the Jeffrey Epstein bill. And Mike Johnson, good Christian man that he is, has dedicated himself for the entirety of this 2-year session of Congress to covering up for pedophiles and Donald Trump. Just like Jesus wanted. I think Republican politicians are right. I think their voting base are the stupidest fucking people that have ever lived in this great nation of ours. Have a great Thursday.